Destiny Image has a book by Patricia King that I just love. It's called Dream Big. And it's for those of us who are just about halfway through our pilgrimage here on earth. And for those of us who have believed society's story that the world is just for the young. Well, at middle age, you are only half finished with God's plan for your life. So don't stop before you're finished. Open your heart to see things that are way bigger than you have ever dreamed. And don't judge your future usefulness according to your past accomplishments. God always has big dreams for you. Well, I'm going to stop here and let Pat King talk a few minutes.
My 40th birthday, I was so gloomy. I went out and got my hair done and came back home and was feeling so sad. I thought, oh, my 40th birthday, I'm over the hill now. Life is finished. I did everything already, and now I've got years ahead of me that I don't even know what I'm going to do. And I opened up a birthday card from my sister, and she was congratulating me on turning 40, and then she had a gift, and it was a book for people in their second half of life, and I thought, oh, great. And I just kind of opened up to the first chapter, and the first line that I read saved my life, and it said this: most people, when you turn 40, have at least half your life yet to live. And the Lord gave me a revelation at that time. I thought, wow, if I have in my first half of the life done all this and fulfilled all these dreams, then I can start with new dreams for the second half of life, because the first half of life I've learned a lot of hard lessons. I've developed a lot of truth. I've gone through, made a lot of mistakes and learned from them. It was just a lifesaver. I tell you, a new breath came on the inside of me. And so Ron and I got together, and I had a talk with him and told him about what the Lord had shown me. And I said, let's pray for some new dreams, new goals, new visions, and let's have the second half of our life to be better than it ever was in the first half of life. Now, I realize that some of you are watching this right now and you're saying, well, my gosh, that's nice that you fulfilled all your dreams by age 40, but I'm, 50 now, and I haven't even fulfilled one dream yet. Well, you can always start right now. Whether you fulfill them all or whether none of them have been fulfilled yet, what this means is the rest of your life is the time that you can fulfill. Because even if you haven't fulfilled one dream yet, you've learned a lot from your mistakes. You've learned a lot throughout life, and you can use all those things to catapult you into the fulfillment of your dreams, and you can put the past behind you today and start afresh. I tell you, I am so excited about what God has for you, and this is for each and every one of you that are watching right now. Now, when I think of a really good second half of life, I think of Abraham and Sarah. Do you know that Abraham was in his 70s when he started following God? He was in his 70s. He had lived in the land of the Chaldeans and in a land of moon worshipers and stuff like that. And God appeared to him, and he came into faith in his 70s and started his journey of walking with God in his 70s. More than ever, in Haggai 2:9, it says the glory of the latter house is dull is great in comparison to the dullness of the former. It is a greater glory that awaits us. The former years might have been good. They might have been all right, or they might have been terrible. Who cares? Expectation, attitude towards life is everything. And some of you that have a negative attitude towards the life that you're living right now, your whole life can change if you just change attitude, if you change your perspective about it. I've heard people grumbling and complaining. I remember a young man on our missions team one time said, I hate mornings. I'm not a morning person. And I challenged him just by choice, change your perspective. Choose to love mornings. Begin to decree it. Say, I love mornings, and just choose to change your attitude. And so every morning he'd get up and say, I love mornings. It was in a kind of a negative way at first, but after a few days, he brightened up, and now he's a morning person. Attitude is everything. So make sure you have a good attitude about the second half of life, because it's the best half of life. Be free to dream big, because your dreams can be fulfilled.
Okay, now, life does not end at 40, 50, or 80. It flourishes and gains momentum as you discover that God's plan for you never ends and His grace always abounds for us. Many of you watching this need this book, or you know someone who needs it. Maybe you're young and you are discarding the wisdom and gifts of the hard-earned lessons of those older than you. Hey, save yourself a lot of grief. Read this book and find out why your heart and life should be open to those who are a tad older and wiser.